Okey, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Apa khabar semua?
Waalaikumsalam.
Alhamdulillah, kita kembali lagi pada episod seterusnya untuk Tumpuk
Tai Unta.
Saya Hairul Anwar.
Saya Syirhan.
Saya Azmi.
Okey, jadi hari ini kita ada keluarga Abang Zahari. Khabar bang?
Alhamdulillah baik.
Apa khabar,
Terima
bang?
kasih. Terima kasih.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Ini first time aku panggil dia abang.
Kau ni abang selalu kau ni apa?
Selalu aku kau je.
Tapi Alhamdulillah kita punya group ni makin lama makin besar
Makin besar. Alhamdulillah.
Dulu bila kita start aku dengan kau 2 orang je. Lepas tu 3 orang.
Dan ni dah permanent staff kita.
Tu ada 5 orang, 6 orang.
Ada hari kita duduk di sana, ada hari kita duduk sini.
Betul.
Yang
Okey.
penting bersyukur.
Alhamdulillah.
Amin.
Okey lah, kita tak nak panggil dia Abang Zahari. Kita panggil dia Zahari. Boleh?
Boleh.
Jual boleh lah, saya masih tak boleh.
Oh, tak apa.
Kenapa tak boleh pula? Boleh.
boleh.
Panggil je tak payah abang-abang.
Okey bang. Abang juga. Okay, Zah, welcome to Tumpuk-Tumpuk Tai Unta. So we know that you kerja ATC dengan Azmi, and I think what I understand from Azmi as well is you are one of the pioneers lah of Singaporean punya group that come to ATC. Maybe you can share a little bit about your background. What were you doing in Singapore? Then how come you got into ATC Dubai?
Okay. Apa ni? When I finished my national service or coming to the end of my national service, that was when I started applying for jobs. Not ATC specific, but kira a lot of field lah. Macam one of which is petrochemical. I applied ExxonMobil, Shell, and then SMRT as well. At that time, it was only SMRT. And then ATC, CAS is also one of them. Indico Engineering is also one of them.
Oh, banyak bang.
Indico pun
Indico pun. And then because coming to the end of national service kan, so dah kena start lah cari kerja. I got offer from Indico dengan SMRT. Tahu?
Okay.
That is
engineering
kan? Indico Engineering as a technical officer, SMRT also a technical officer.
Okay.
So SMRT punya offer was better than Indico.
Okay.
So then my first choice was SMRT, and then shortly after CAS pun gave me the offer.
Okay.
CAS punya offer lagi baik daripada SMRT.
Alamat, rezeki.
Alhamdulillah. Tapi SMRT gave me the deadline that I have to choose because I was the number 1 choice lah.
Okay.
There is another candidate who is number 2. So they said if I don't take that job, then they will give it to the second candidate.
Okay.
But at that time, CAS has not given me a firm offer because I was still waiting. And then I told SMRT, okay, give me a while, like a week or so, with the hope that CAS will give me the offer. Alhamdulillah, within that 1 week, CAS gave me the offer, and it was better. So I have to decline SMRT. I took CAS as an air traffic control.
Oh, interesting. Rezeki dia berlimpah-limpah Datang sampai 2-3
Alhamdulillah.
Tapi bila you dah dapat offer from for the ATC job, you dah kahwin dengan ex-girlfriend you lah?
Belum
lagi.
Belum. Masih bujang lagi time tu.
Ex-girlfriend dia siapa? Ex-girlfriend dia siapa? Ex-girlfriend dia siapa?
Abang lah intro, tak tanya aku.
Yang sebelah yang cantik-cantik, manis-manis, boleh-boleh tu.
Oh, itu. Jadi waktu itu jadi pada waktu tu saya masih bujang. Belum lagi berumah tangga. Habis saya pun berkenal dengan dia pun kira dah a few years lah when I was already working in ATC. I think it was about like probably 3 years after I started work as an ATCO, then I got to know her. That's history lah.
Orang malu-malu.
The history, the current and the future.
Alhamdulillah.
History ke Isteri.
Dari history jadi isteri. Isteri current History girlfriend.
Oh, okey. Pandai.
Jadi
Siglap
Introduce yourself lah.
Kak, please introduce yourself. Because I want to put. Just carry on. You haven't introduced yourself.
I isteri Zahari dah.
At least your name.
Nani. My name is Nani.
Jadi yang
simple
sebelah
lah.
Zahari tu adalah isteri dia, namanya Nani je. Winarni. Okay. So apa tu, kita dah dengar you punya how you get into ATC with this this task of choosing between two good companies lah, I would say CAS dengan SMRT. So berapa lama you kat ATC in Singapore before then you decided I think Singapore dah boring, I want to go out lah.
No, actually tak ada niat pun nak keluar. Jadi lah, ceritanya macam gini. At that time kira I was approached by an ex-colleague.
Okay.
He was in the ATC for 3 years and then he left for quite a while. And then after that, he gave me a call. He said he is applying for an ATC job in Dubai. So he asked me if I can be his referee. So I said, okay lah, I can be his referee. And then, once that was agreed, and then we were in kat mana yang kita pergi vacation tu?
I can't remember. Kat Malaysia lah juga.
Cameron Highland. Yeah, I think it was we were in Cameron Highland. And memang tak ada niat pun nak keluar negeri tau. And then the recruiter call me, kan? Receive a call daripada ni overseas number ni, tak tahu daripada mana ni kan. Answer, kayak dia ceritakan lah yang dia she is the recruiter for ATC in Dubai.
Okay.
At that time Serco was the main company that is a provider for ATC in Dubai. So ask me if I'm interested, and tak ada ni tau, I didn't even apply. So macam like in a way I'm being headhunted lah. Kan?
Okay.
So ask me if I'm interested to be to be an ATCO in Dubai. So I cakap, wow, it was like macam like a shock juga kan. Tak ada niat, tak ada apa. We are still in holiday dekat ini dengan anak-anak semua, satu keluarga. Kita cakap, okay, if you're interested, then submit the resume lah. So discuss dengan
Okay guys,
Nani.
at this point of time, Zahari was already a manager.
Dekat CAS.
Yes, correct.
Dekat CAS.
Copy manager lah.
Not mine.
Okay.
Not my manager.
Jadi dia cakap, okay, kalau interested, then please submit the resume. Okay lah, then discuss dengan Nani. Time tu anak-anak pun masih kecil lah. Jadi kira kita nak discuss dengan orang pun kira makes no difference lah. Dan kita discuss, okay lah, let's try lah. And at that time pun just cakap, okay lah, try aja.
Okay.
Tak ada nak macam, tak ada niat pun nak move. Just try je. Okay lah, try lah.
That time umur anak-anak you berapa? When you cakap masih kecil lagi.
At that time, Rijal was already Sec 1. Anis was in P5.
Okay.
P5.
Okay, nanti kita tanya Anis dia nak datang Dubai ke tak nak
Anis kat situ sebenarnya.
Nanti kita tanya dia.
Nanti kita grill dia.
Jadi yang kecil Atif, he was still in K2.
AP
K2. Arfan yang the youngest one was 3 years old approaching. So that means we were still in playgroup lah.
Okay. Apa tu nak tanya kat Nani sikit Bila first you dengar that news yang there is this opportunity, as a wife, apa you punya perasaan? Are you working at that time?
Yes, I am.
You working. So apa perasaan you? Macam try je lah, biar tak jadi ke, ataupun you biar insya-Allah jadi Apa perasaan you?
Like he said, it's unexpected. So I tell him, okay lah, why not, just to try it. Sebab never have we macam decide atau plan that we want to be overseas ke apa ke, So when this thing comes, macam why not, right? So I told him lah, just try, there's no harm trying kan.
Okay.
If dapat, kalau tak dapat pun tak apa, because we are comfortable dekat Singapore. So rezeki lah kalau rezeki adalah, kalau tak lah. And Alhamdulillah he got it during the first right, when you came for APC, right?
So and it was I would say the process was very quick, short.
Okay.
And that was in December when I received the call from the recruiter. So I submitted or emailed her my resume. That was in December. in mid of I think second week of January, I got a call from her again.
Okay.
Saying that we are inviting you to come over to Dubai for the APC. APC tu assessment of prior competencies lah.
Okay.
That was scheduled for end of 22nd of January, if I recall the date correctly.
Okay.
Lah.
Tu you pergi seorang ke already dengan family already?
Tak, dengan time tu pergi dengan Nani dengan Arfan. Kita bawa Arfan dia yang kecil.
Oh, okay.
Sebab
Mana dia tinggal lah?
waktu tu Atif pun dah start sekolah primary 1 yang anak kita yang nombor 3. Jadi kita cuba bawa Arfan lah. Arfan masih kecil kan. Okey lah bawa dia.
Okay.
Jadi at the same time go for APC interview, at the same time holiday sekali lah kan.
Okay.
Just a short one lah.
So you went through that process.
Yeah.
Terus immediately dapat.
Immediately. So that means after the punya assessment, so they told me that I passed the assessment, and then shortly dia cakap the recruiter will call me again regarding the contract.
Okay. Jadi apa perasaan bila daripada ingat try ingat nak jadi holiday, sekali dapat lah.
Kakak confident masuk katil semua dah bawa dah.
Blank.
Yes.
Yeah, blank. At that time really blank. When I balik daripada dia punya radar center kan, balik pergi hotel, macam tak sangka. Tapi at that time pun to me, there was no decision yet, whether we want to take it up or not.
Okay.
Whether we want to move or not. Until we received the offer letter, the contract, and then that was where we had to discuss again lah.
Okay.
After that, as a family.
Okay. So the discussion happened in Dubai itself ke, or you balik baru dapat the contract?
Balik dah
Balik baru dapat the contract. Okay.
Dia macam gini. Kau datang, kau pergi test. Immediately after the test, they will tell you whether you pass or fail. So if you pass, kecewa lah.
If you pass, kecewa.
Sorry, if you fail, you kecewa
Tu
lah.
lah kira juga.
But if you pass, then suddenly I can relate to him. Suddenly your options macam the whole world opens up to you. Kau punya mind kau dah start stress whether you want to take it or not.
But it's a good stress lah.
It's a kind of good stress.
Okay.
Depends juga. Macam for you Kak, is it a good stress? Because you have to think, my work macam mana? Anak-anak pergi sekolah macam mana?
Stress sebab my parents stay with me.
Okay.
So of course I have to think about them lah.
Okay.
Like who's going to look after them, next and all. So I have to discuss with the family whether or not he discuss with his family, and then I also. So we take some time lah to agree to this move lah.
I think that's what kita can find something in common Whenever any one of us get a chance to have this opportunity overseas, the family factor is always one of the key factor.
Betul. And especially like for me, even though my mother tak tinggal dengan I, tak tinggal dengan kita, tapi generally a lot of her macam appointment at the hospital, at the clinic, I will be the one to bring her lah.
I see.
Okay, so because kerja shift, so in terms of time, in terms of most of the time available to take up that role, it was me, because we were working shift kan at that time ATC. So I had to discuss with my siblings, adik-beradik kan. Alhamdulillah, they give me the support. They said, this is an opportunity that you should not
let go.
You don't let go. Sayang, this is rezeki.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Okay, what was it when you were offered? I mean, you don't have to go into detail. Okay, what you were offered and what were the consideration for you to actually say yes? Because we want to tell people, those who are coming here, to actually consider this are the things that you must consider first before you say, actually, I think this is comfortable for me to bring my whole family here.
Yeah.
Okay. One of the main consideration is the country itself. I think macam it will be easier for you to adapt moving, and sebagai orang Islam to move into a Muslim atau negeri Islam. Macam kita sebagai orang Islam. Kedua, dia punya, of course, dia punya remuneration package, the benefit that is that comes with the remuneration package.
Okay.
Kita tak boleh cakap macam strictly just on the gaji. But the overall punya package, like for example, healthcare provided for, education assistance untuk anak-anak. Even though there is a cap to the punya education, but there is an education assistance, and then housing allowance, apa lagi? Housing allowance. Education.
Insurance.
That's the main lah, healthcare. So that
Is
is the main.
lifestyle part of the things you consider?
Lifestyle is no. We did. I mean, during the APC we see, what kind of the punya standard of living in Dubai. Dia punya lifestyle. So it is also like macam you can consider like a metropolitan punya city. So the consideration is we feel that it will not be so much difference when moving from Singapore into Dubai, because it is also a city, so it's about the same.
Okay, when we say about healthcare, we are referring to insurance.
Yeah.
Okay, insurance, so semua orang, I mean you, kakak and your children all semua covered.
Yeah.
Okay, when we talk about education, kalau lah dia tak dapat benefit education tu kan, how much are we like looking at to pay that school fees?
Okay, we did some research before we move, and that was after we have decided we want to move. Okay, we did the research, so we felt that the punya private school, the punya fees, depending on which curriculum you are going to take up, it is expensive. And then considering kita ada 4
We're looking at average satu child how much?
I would say about 60,000 after you 60,000 dirham.
Depends on the school.
Depends on the
So
school.
they have 4 kids, and during that point of time, the contract covers only
3.
3.
Oh.
So the complication is
We have to top up lah.
Yeah, we have to top up.
Correct.
We have to top up.
Okay.
But then the third one belum sekolah kan tu.
Dah sekolah. Atif dah masuk sekolah dah. Arfan yang belum.
Yalah. So 3 dah sekolah, 1 belum
Tapi kalau 4 dah masuk, dah different ball game
Betul.
Different ball game.
So we're looking at around 240 a year.
That's a lot of money
A lot. Lagi pasal Rijal dengan Anis at that time when dorang masuk sekolah, it is secondary. So secondary dorang punya fees is memang very high, dah already like 68,000
Betul.
per child.
Itu 68,000 secondary. Yang dulu anak aku 68,000 primary 4 je.
Itulah.
So that's also the consideration that I was telling him, like we want to move, can we afford it? Kan? Because they cover 3 kids, and then we have 4. So of course it is very takut lah, because in Singapore kira kan ATC, shall I say, it's like is very stable, and we are comfortable. Jadi to go back, to go to a new country where we have to kat Singapore bayar berapa? $11
$11
kan?
betul lah.
Kita kat sini beribu-ribu dolar, right?
Betul.
So I'm nervous lah.
Ribu-ribu.
Ya, 1,001 malam.
So I am quite macam, I ask him lah, you better make the right decision lah, because bila you want to move, he has to completely quit his job and move here. So you either really you have to make it lah kan, if not it is going to be tough.
I mean for you juga Kak, are you ready to leave your job?
I'm not. I'm still working.
Okay. So you're working here or
I'm still working remotely.
okay.
Yes.
How do you arrange that dengan UP company?
My boss. We managed to, Alhamdulillah. Yeah, he doesn't want to let me go. So we managed to come to agreement that I will do this and this and all lah.
Orang kuat macam gitu.
Orang kuat tu.
Apa dia?
Where she work?
Kau tanya
sorry.
Kau tanya aku. Kau rasa
Sorry kau, where you working?
Valuation firm. Value rumah. That's what I do. So I help my boss in some aspects of the valuation lah.
Okay, nanti saya hantar rumah saya, value kan nak tahu juga berapa value rumah saya.
Aku dah agak mesti dia tanya.
Of course. Okay. So, ni soalan cepu mas Siapa pay tugas dia nak bilang anak-anak ni korang nak kena keluar daripada Singapore, kita move to Dubai?
Together lah. It's both of us. We come to that decision that okay, both of us have to tell our children.
But
Then
it hits our
yeah.
eldest the most.
Dia pay reaction macam mana?
Oh, he was crying.
yeah, because
Sorry, he was crying to the point that he said something like, ayah yang kena kerja, kenapa kita kena ikut?
Oh.
Something like that.
Betul,
so that makes me worried lah. You know, I takut kalau dia datang sini that he will rebel ke whatever. So I told him, you know, we kita satu family.
Betul.
So wherever ayah goes, we will go with him.
Okay.
No questions asked lah. I said to him, we have to be together.
At that time he was 14
Yeah. So
Okay.
you know, he's in sports school.
Okay.
Jadi dia boarding kan. Jadi dia very close with dia punya friends. Jadi
Okay.
to be apart, he's quite macam emo lah.
Yes, correct.
So it takes some time for him to macam convince him, until I told him, you cry and as much as you want, but at the end of the day, this date we are moving.
Wow, ultimatum.
tegas juga
Tapi kau tengok lah, tapi sekarang dia dah members dengan aku.
Betul.
Tapi sekarang tak nak balik. Dia tak nak balik.
Sekarang dia dekat mana? Dekat UK Dekat UK. Alhamdulillah.
Kat sini members yang aku datang rumah aku berasap sama-sama.
Kau ni ajar bukan
Ni parents dia tahu tak dia berasap.
Dah ada lesen dah.
Oh, dah lesen.
Dah ada lesen.
Kalau dah ada lesen kita boleh wawarkan.
Okay, then lepas tu how do you move daripada Singapore to Dubai? It was do you get a lot of support from the company or you have to do everything yourself?
You mean the company yang employ me?
Yeah.
Sini
Okay,
lah.
I mean they provide me with the dia punya moving punya
assist.
allowance. So when I make my move, tapi because my house in Singapore is still occupied by Nani punya ni kan, my parents-in-law. So we just brought along pakaian, buku-buku anak,
Makanan.
At that
Makanan
time
important.
Atif Afan masih kecil, diorang punya toys, furniture kita tak bawa.
Okay.
Cuma bila Nani move dengan anak-anak, that was about 6 months after I move. Then we bawa lah apa-apa lagi barang lagi sikit lah, macam simple things lah, macam the bigger toys lah, bigger toys kan.
So you pun keseorangan macam I jugalah for 6 months lah. Keseorangan. I faham.
6 bulan.
Dia 6 bulan.
Very tough, very tough. Very tough.
Tough
Tough.
Diorang tak tahu kita punya keseorangan macam mana.
Kau fikir dia tough is different level. Pasal his 6 month is including of training. We are still under training. We are not totally put into the controlling work, you know. And that training is very very tough though.
Yeah.
Aku tak cakap pasal training, aku cakap pasal keseorangan.
Keseorangan tu pun tough juga. Jadi dia kira it adds on lah. It adds on. Tough pasal keseorangan. Tough lagi we are going through the training.
Betul.
Oh memang. Sampai to the point like macam at that time I felt like okay lah, I do not want to do this anymore. Like macam to the point that I want to give up. Pasal apa? Kadang-kadang bila buat on the job training tu, kadang-kadang bagus tau. Perform, top form. Tapi kadang-kadang flop. Kan?
Okay.
Kadang-kadang telefon berbual dengan dia sampai menangis-nangis. Sampai macam mak tak boleh ada, hati nak balik pasal tak ada ni, macam like no family support.
Betul.
Tapi she gave me the encouragement lah.
Alhamdulillah.
Macam like no, you have to. Pasal apa? Kita dah quit kita punya job kat Singapore.
Betul lah.
Macam Singapore tak akan nak ambil kita balik punya ATC.
Betul.
Jadi no choice lah. I have to make it or I break it lah.
Exactly.
Kira kan kakak no nonsense orang ni. You have to. I don't care.
Memang betul.
By this day you have to pass. Okay.
Dia serious lah.
Serious.
Like how I tell your elder son, by this day you have to leave and cry as much as you want, but you have to pass. Okay, understand.
Okay, kita tahu.
Memang tough lah. Macam for you you pun seorang sekarang.
Ini senang lah.
Diam lagi.
Ini senang. Dia
Okay lah,
datang sini dia cari aku
lagi
je.
the difference. Okay, macam like socially I'm not that orang cakap macam
Extrovert.
not
Social
butterfly lah.
not social ni. Jadi macam generally I'm more of keeping to myself at that time kan. Jadi and at that time the only ATCO friend yang daripada Singapore is that person which I became the referee lah.
Okay.
Only him aja.
I see.
You don't.
Itu pun
You
macam
tak mix around.
pasal dia dah already dengan dia punya family. Jadi kadang-kadang nak jumpa dia pun susah. Tapi kalau nak keluar dengan my colleagues, orang-orang putih ni semua, kalau diorang keluar pergi mana?
Pergi minum.
Jadi takkan kita nak join
Main
kan.
golf.
Main golf. Dah lepas main golf, lepas tu nanti mesti
Habis during that 6 months kau dah already move into Silicon Oasis
Silicon Oasis.
Rumah besar-besar
Rumah
seorang.
besar-besar seorang.
Rumah besar-besar seorang. Sunyi ada hantu tau.
Kawan-kawan Singapore lain belum jumpa lagi that time?
Belum.
How long does it take you before you mix up with the other Singaporean community?
Okay. Macam at that time it was like bila? I have I punya anak saudara.
Okay.
Dia punya husband dia is Egyptian, so they have stayed in Dubai for few years. I think Hairul tahu Ruby. You tahu kan Ruby?
Ya.
So Ruby is my
Shout out to Kak Ruby.
Shout out.
Daripada Berita Harian.
Okay, so she was the one who introduced me to SMG.
Okay.
So, at that time, SMG selalu if I'm not wrong every year they will have this introduction of new Singaporean community that comes into Dubai. So at that time kat rumahnya Abang Fuad dekat Satwa lah.
Dengar lagi Abang Fuad. Every episode nama dia keluar.
Jadi that was where I was introduced to the Singaporean community lah.
Okay, kita dah dengar macam mana Abang Zahari and family make the transition from Singapore to Dubai. So we'll take a break now. Okay, and then when we come back, kita akan dengar from the other family member, anak dia yang nombor 2, nama dia Anis.
Alamak, aku rindu lah Rijal. Tadi datang, sekarang dah balik. Nambas lah, rindu aku.
Okay, sabarlah, saya habis dulu. Sabar. Kau nak Ibo trip lain kali. Okay, kita akan dengar from anak dia Anis. Okay, how the integration is for the whole family.
Kau kena shock
Aku kena shock. Okay guys. Gini tu. Kau bukan dia. Okay guys, kita will be back shortly. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.